Welcome to the reading. This is a transition reading. I'll be using the Heroine's Journey spread. So welcome all you seers and seekers. I'm using the Wild Unknown, Kim Kranz's Archetypes deck, and then we'll, add in a bit of animal magic and tarot as well for context. So we have the 3 piles. We have pile 1, which is the ring, or the tea light candle, whichever calls to you. Pile 2, we have the temple card, and we have the singing bowl. In pile 3, we have the beautiful mother with a pearl in the middle, and we have a box. So you may want to pause and just feel into which pile is calling to you in this moment for this transition phase that you're in, or that you're not knowing about, that the reading will shed light upon that for you. Now we will just keep all of those cards that I've cut for the 3 piles, just to keep it even more interesting. So starting with pile 1, the ring, or the tea light candle. Make sure we're going to fit in the screen. Getting used to this new faceless style of reading. Oh, this one's a juicy one. So, the call. What are we being called to? The inner voice. The ring speaks of commitment, speaks of completion. The circle speaks of something in your life that is worthy of investing your all into. And you're on the threshold of, again, another transition from childhood into becoming the maiden. So this energy speaks of juiciness, it speaks of innocence, it speaks of an awakening into our sexuality, it speaks of, I guess, in a way, light and dark. If you see here in the card as well, we've got the sort of shadows, the forest up here, because when we're in a new phase and when we're going into the maiden era, it's very new. It can be very frightening for some. Our body has blossomed, symbolic of the sacral blossoming as well. And so there's so much vibrancy and energy and juiciness that is coming into you. You're on the threshold. You have this commitment, this big thing in your life that is really ripe. And yet you're not sure if you want to commit. You need to look at your old vows. You need to look at your beliefs. You might be being challenged by perhaps a multi-faith kind of connection, a union. Perhaps for some, your parents are not in alignment. They're not honoring the love that you feel or the project that you desire to birth into the world and really commit your life to. Oh, and how perfect. The boon is the boon. You have gems. This is a magical, whatever this is, it is magical. It is a gem. And it's in the gem phase of cycle as well. So it's like divine timing. You're where you're meant to be. Flow is happening. And yeah, you just need to believe in it. You need to go, looking into the vows to unearth the fact that this really is a gem. To let go of any awkwardness so that you can fully, and oh my God, and the return, and you're coming, and it's like, it's the kiss. It's got, even if this isn't a love story for you, there's two hands holding each other. So it's like left and right coming together, the masculine and the feminine, mother and child, or father and child, two generations, two parts of an organization even, There is a balance and a harmony and a kiss. There's sparks of energy. That's what you're leading towards. And I said we were going to use the animals, so let's honor that. Let's see if there's any extra inspiration. So we get the dragon. We get the zebra. The rabbit. So there's fears. There is something. There's something really stuck in your lower chakras that needs to be shifted so this can all fully flow into alignment. The beautiful tiger and the elk. Oh, it's such a favorite, the elk. So the dragon is, to me, the dragon is dreaming. And also, if you see how this goes into, spirals into the eye, it's also the third eye. It's the knowing. Oh my God, look at the symbolism here. There's two eyes. It's like really do the work, get in touch with your intuition, your knowing, whatever you believe in, gut feelings, aha moments, whatever it is, get out of your head and get into your wisdom, get into that felt sense. So that the eclecticness, the vibrancy of this maiden phase, you know how beautiful it is when humans they blossom. You see them blossoming. Often it's around the time that they graduate from high school or college in America. They're becoming adults, and they blossom, and you see this shift. And there's so much color and juiciness and vibrancy. Bring out that eclecticness. Don't shy away from it in this transition. And we've got to let go of our fears. We've got to honor the vow. And I'm going to read a bit from the vow because it's a bit of a juicy one, I would say. And it's the ordeal. So it's what's going to be really hard for most of you that this reading called to. The promise, the oath, the contract. When the vow is spoken, the air shifts, karmic ties are formed, and destiny tilts on its axis. Our words and intentions have immense power. There is a reason. The great mythic stories of our past often include the recitation of oaths and the mixing of drops of blood as a mark of union. The trickery part is that reciting the vow, no matter how casually, activates the eternal and unseen forces of the world. The ancestors bear witness. The laws of nature respond. These promises cannot be unsaid or forgotten, so breaking them can leave lingering complexities and loose ends. This card calls us to acknowledge the vow we are living by, consciously or unconsciously, and either recommit to it or create a ritual that signifies its closure. You've been underestimating the power of your promises. And you got the rabbit there. So there's something fearful in your belief system. You may have been there may have been a sense of the guilt in the Catholic faith, perhaps. There is a dove. You want to fly free. You want to let go of the darkness and this vow that seems like it's kept you in fear, and it seems like it's preventing you from really getting into the maid and getting into that snake energy of the kundalini, of the awakening, of the creativity, the fertility of life. And again, that's the aurora boreas. It's the ring. The ring. You know, you can stay where you are in comfort land or uncomfort land if you've taken a vow of being a servant, or a vow of honoring a faith that no longer is in alignment with your highest good or your heart. And you can choose that life if you want. Or you can step into all of this, and your boon is the gem. And again, the third eye, the tiger, the lunar energy, looking into this shadowy land of belief systems that we've been brought into. Yeah, shadowy lands. Third eye, the void. The crow sits in the third eye. It's sort of, it's neither past nor future. It's in the present, but it's in that void space, a transition. It wants you to seize the world and to say yes to all of the colour. It wants you to sing your song, to attune into your own frequency. So take care with this full moon while it's coming up, if you're watching it live in the beginning of January 2023, or in general. The next time the moon is coming into fullness or into newness, the two peaks of the cycle, tune into your inner tiger, your intuition. Look into the shadows, release the vows that are no longer serving you, so you can be the gem, you can sparkle, you can have the ring on your finger if you want, you can commit to your life soul path. And ultimately, at the end, we've got this beautiful elk, and the elk is an earth animal, and it stands for the masculine, it stands for entrepreneurship, it stands for stamina and having your own back and being surrounded by people who have your back as well. It's extremely solid, it's extremely loyal, it's beautiful. I love the elk. And years ago, when I was traveling around Canada, I got so excited because there were elks everywhere, and I thought they were moose. Anyway, I found out that they were not. And yet, in my journey since then, I've become deeper and deeper and more on my spiritual path, and I love the magic of spirit animals. And the elk it's beautiful. It's the stable, resilient, headstrong father. So you might be here looking at some vows which are connected to entitlement, connected to privilege and pretension, the facade. And what this reading is asking you to is to let it go, to drop it all away. So you can kiss this life, kiss the beloved that you have met, to come into union with your soul's path, whatever it is for you that came through to you here, that you're wanting to commit to, that you're wanting to marry, that you're wanting to invest in, and be wholehearted in union with it. And you've got the raven. How beautiful is that? The symbol of magic. And it was not in reverse, so generally that's a good thing, but not all reversals are negative readings. And magic, yes, it does symbolize magic, and 1 and 6 is 7, so it's the aura, it's spirituality, it's deepening in. Raven, black as pitch, mystical as the moon, speak to me of magic, I will fly with you soon. In native teachings, the colour black means many things. but it does not mean evil. Black can mean the seeking of answers, the void, or the road of the spiritual or non-physical. The blue-black of raven contains an iridescence that speaks of the magic of darkness and a changeability of form and shape that brings an awakening in the process. Raven is the guardian of ceremonial magic and in absentia healing. In any healing circle, Raven is present. Raven guides the magic of healing and the change in consciousness that will bring about a new reality and dispel disease or illness. Raven brings in the new state of wellness from the void of great mystery and the field of plenty. If you've chosen Raven, the magic is in the air. Do not try to figure it out, you cannot. It is the power of the unknown at work, and something special is about to happen. The deeper mystery, however, is how you will respond to the sparkling synchronicity of this alchemical moment. Will you recognize it and use it to further enhance your growth? Can you accept it as a gift from the Great Spirit? Or will you limit the power of the great mystery by explaining it away? It may be time to call Raven as the courier to carry an intention, some healing energy, a thought or a message. Raven is the patron of the smoke signals or spirit messages represented by smoke. So if you want to send a message to the blue road of spirit in order to contact the ancients, call Raven, or who knows, the ancients may be calling to you. Well, pile one, that is a juicy dive. Juicy, juicy, juicy. So we'll move on to pile two. Pile two. So pile two was the singing bowl. And it is the temple. And it is the storm, the hunter, the one, and the shadow. Juicy, juicy. So, pile two. You're in a transition, and this transition is the spiritual path. You're deepening or you're at the beginning of it. But whatever it is extremely spiritual to you. It doesn't have to mean that you've become a yogi or that you've gone to an ashram or that you actually have a guru or any of that. The temple can symbolize honoring your body as the temple. It can symbolize honoring that transition, honoring that calling to live in the country, to be surrounded by source and universe, so you are in the almighty temple of nature. And you're on a threshold, there is something really big brewing. It's like the chaos card, the storm. There's lightning, there's electricity, there's wind, there's uncertainty. There is a lot brewing. There is a lot of lovers in a wheel of fortune. Fiery love, the hunter, the one, the shadow. New beginnings. The Empress. It feels like this is speaking of a deepening of love with yourself, love with the feminine. There may indeed be a beautiful love in your life, and it's beautiful. It's the Wheel of Fortune. It's complete. It's a number 1 and it's a number 10. it's completion, it's new beginnings, it's freshness. It gives you everything that you need. And yet this reading here is speaking of a rebirth within yourself. The Fool, the new beginning, getting in touch with your intuition, your grace, the Empress, the power in your sacred feminine, whether you're male, female, non-gender specific, whatever you are. I'm sorry, I'm just not in the flow with my terminology right in this moment. But it doesn't matter who you are, how you identify. We are getting in touch with the Empress energy, the grace. And the one is more often than not you. You are the boon in this reading. And by going within, going into nature, going into your temple, the body, going into a literal temple, we are seeking a closer connection to you, what it is that you are here to do in this lifetime. Getting in touch with intuition through meditation, through walking through the bush, through gardening, whatever it is. There's a lot of nature and gentleness around you and needed. The Hunter, you're hungry for this. You're so hungry for this newness within you, this new beginning, this awakening. But it is here. You, no matter what, you have the Storm, the Fool, the Wheel of Fortune, love, and yet at the end is a shadow. And again, like the last reading, the raven symbolizing magic, the void, the shadow. When you go within, you connect with yourself, and the shadow becomes the light. You are no longer scared of it. You're so connected and chasing and hungry for yourself. You're hungry for your depths. You're hungry for your soul purpose to be brought into the world, to be, to be seen by everyone, to benefit the greater good. And you have the One here as well. You have the Magician. You have all of the skills. You have the resources. You have the emotional capacity, because you have going on this journey. You've said yes to yourself. You're honoring the emotional, ups and downs. You're honoring getting closer to yourself. You're staying connected with those that you love and those that nurture and support you. But you're honoring that it is time for your new beginning, your awakening. And you're realizing that you have this duality, the shadow and the light, the yin and the yang, the masculine and the feminine, and yet it's all, it creates the one. There is no separation. When you're in shadow, you ultimately have light. Because if you're sitting with the shadow, you're not running away from it, you're not denying it, you can then step into the light. Because you've done the work with all the tools and you have the magic. What an epic reading, pile 2. The wolf, I love it. It's like the teacher, the mentor, the beautiful symbol of tribe. When the wolves really work well as a team. There's the lone wolf kind of archetype, but ultimately wolves hunt in packs. Wolves take care of the wounded and the sick and the vulnerable. The alpha male will go at the back and protect. And 1 and 5 turns into a 6, which comes back into mother energy, creation. Oh, so enjoy your journey into the depths of your beautiful self, the shadow and the light, the magic. Pile 2, thank you. And moving on to pile 3. Pile 3, the mother. And the box. The box. I'm getting used to how much space I actually have to show the cards. And the village, I love it. The healer, beautiful. The womb, holy moly. The crone, woo, wow. Sacred feminine, holy guacamole. Okay. So, because we have the mother, the womb, and the crone all in this journey, this speaks to me of fertility journey. This speaks to me of people who are on the fertility journey, because this is the ordeal. We are seeking healing. But the boon is the womb. We are healing the womb, which is connected to the mother, our calling to be a mother. We have a village around us, but perhaps we're not in the right tribe, the right village around us to actually sustain this gift of creation within. And so we're going away from the village. We're going on a healing journey for the womb, because we're nearing the crone phase. We're nearing menopause. We're nearing the end of our journey to be a birth mother from the womb space. And you see this, you have the pearl here and a pearl here, the sacred womb space. We have the butterfly, a perfect symbol for a transition card. We have the tiger, getting in touch with the moon. The turtle, beautiful mother energy. We have the crocodile. We are resting. We are in a moment of strategy. Holy moly, and the oyster. So my beautifuls, do not give up. Do not give up. There are many ways to birth children into this earth. No matter what comes of this journey, no matter what comes of the healing, and no matter what your womb is capable of, it is perfect exactly as it is. It's got the power totem of the crocodile, that eye. It's waiting. It's waiting for the right time. It's waiting for... What is it waiting for? The lizard, the dreaming. Death, something needs to be cleared, and that could indeed be this hibernation. Sorry, these cards have gone off. The elk, beautiful. You're waiting for either union with the right masculine. You're either trying to heal the wounded father. But this is beautiful. It's not too late. The oyster is essentially the pearl. Well, the pearl lives inside the oyster. And the oyster, of course, is a metaphor for the sacred feminine, the sacral, the womb space, because of its actual shape. But in this deck, I will read it to you. It is such a beautiful card. Flipped straight to it. Patient, secret keeper, hiding the inner treasures. The focus and determination of the oyster is unmatched. Anything an oyster personality puts their mind to, they achieve with grace and charm. The only problem is, oyster types often take their inner gifts for granted. They become shy or doubtful, and this can lead to withdrawing or protecting their deepest desires and life's work. When the oyster card appears, it's important to reveal your inner treasures. What is it you've been hesitant to share? The world is waiting to see. So we need to, no matter if this is actually a fertility journey for you or not, it's dealing with the sacred feminine, it's dealing with the hidden, it's dealing with the grace, the juiciness, the beauty of surrender, the beauty of going within, of seeking healing, of birthing, being in water, laying your eggs, your ideas, harvesting your eggs, perhaps. There's so many. Oh my God. Yeah, no, I'm sorry, but this is definitely a fertility journey for most people watching this reading. It's prolific, and honoring any lost pregnancies, any or even honoring the death of, as you near the end of your fertile years, it is still possible to conceive. Even if you've been through menopause, you can still conceive. They can do amazing things with hormones these days, but I want you to honor the death of anything. So the death of perhaps miscarriages, abortions, terminations, the death of being a young mother, the death of letting go of dreams of how you thought it would look to be the mother. Letting go of beliefs that your womb is no longer fertile, that you are no longer, what's the word? Not ripe, that you are no longer able to. The medical system calls mature age women geriatric. And geriatric means over 80, for God's sake. So believe in your dreams. You are the oyster. You have all of the magic within you. Let go of how things are going to look, but hold on to your dream. If you want to be the mother, you can be a mother. Many can birth in different ways. There are surrogacies. There's mothering your own mother. There's mothering rescue animals. There's mothering turtles. You could get involved in programs, protecting the sea turtles. Whatever it is, stay focused on your goal. You are the oyster. One last animal, pile 3. The coyote. The coyote. Coyote. Speaks of, what's the word? It speaks of trickster energy. Yeah, don't laugh at your dreams. Don't laugh at your desire to be a mother. Don't laugh at, well, obviously you're not laughing. Don't laugh at, I'll just read this. If you can't laugh at yourself and your crazy antics, you have lost the game. Coyote always comes calling when things get too serious. The medicine is in laughter and joking, so that new viewpoints may be assumed. Yeah. You got to seek joy, no matter where you're at. Seek joy, tap into unleash yourself. Let go of the seriousness, let go of all of the hardship and the struggle. Go on holiday. Draw butterflies. Find the tribe, the village that really speaks to you, that sings to you, that holds you. You got this. It's beautiful. It's coming. You are the mama already. I wish you well, pile 3. And what's in the box is a mystery. It's waiting for you. It's waiting for you to continue this journey, to unleash your full oyster, to tap into your stamina, dreaming, healing, life, birth, death, rebirth. All my love to you. I will see you in the next reading. If you wish to dive deeper, please jump down into the description, jump onto my website, Kyla.com, for more information, and please reach out to those around you. I welcome to see you again next time. Please subscribe, like, share, and take so much care and be your beautiful selves.